lovers of all things geekdom. My name is Aaron, aka Letfum,
And my name is Nathan, aka Grimm.
and welcome back to another episode of Geek Out Topics, where we basically sit around and we talk about something that comes to the top of our heads and discuss about it, and then hopefully start a conversation with y'all. This week's topic, we kind of decided to stray away from gaming because that's what this is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be universal. It's not supposed to all be about games. So this week is basically talking about the state of live-action comic book adaptations. That's double entendre. Not double entendre. I basically said adaptation twice. That's like going with the movies, the TV shows, and like where it used to be, where it is now, and where we think it's gonna go. Because I mean, looking at Marvel and that DC is starting to ramp itself up, and that the DC TV shows are starting to ramp up really good. I sense. This might just be me. I don't know if this is Nathan too. It's gonna get crazy soon.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess we could start with the DC TV shows right now.
Actually, I want to point it out. I think Marvel right now, as it stands, is conquering the movie point, and I think DC is kind of in the lead for TV shows.
Yeah, Marvel definitely has Netflix on their side right now, which
That
is
is
really
true, yeah.
because they don't have any boundaries with that, but that's because they're putting their more graphic
Like
characters, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Punisher is going to be in Daredevil season 2. For any of those people who don't know, played by the guy who played Shane in The Walking Dead, very early seasons of The Walking Dead.
John Bernthal, I think his name is.
Yeah, John Bernthal, something like that. So yeah, but let's start with the DC TV shows kind of thing going on. As of right now, the current standings for the slate of fall 2015 to spring 2016 is as follows. We got Arrow Season 4 coming out in October, Flash Season 4 coming out in October. iZombie is actually starting in the fall this year. So half a year later, it starts back up again, which is kind of weird. We got Legends Heroes of Tomorrow starting in 2016. I think that's going to be a spring release. It's going to be, I guess, taking the place that iZombie did because they have a lot of, like, they showed the trailer for it and they got to set that up first before they can do it. Which brings us into the fact that Constantine is actually going to be showing up in episode 5 of Arrow Season 4. I am saying this spoiler heavy if nobody knows that by now. I should have said this beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about this stuff as if you already know what's going on, as if you were up to date with everything. So to continue on, Flash Season 2, starting in October. Yeah. Unfortunately, Constantine did get canceled. We also have Lucifer in Gotham coming this fall. Oh, well, Gotham Season 2, Lucifer Season 1. And then I think another show on NBC. Also, there is another show that might be coming to NBC in the future, which is going to be kind of like an Office-esque DC show. This is very rumored, very early stages of it. As well as we're also waiting on TNT's Teen Titans TV show. And then Supergirl starts this fall as well. And I think that's covered it all. Besides Walking Dead coming back and Fear the Walking Dead, but we're not going to really talk about The Walking Dead too much.
Yeah.
Mostly DC, Marvel kind of things.
Superhero stuff.
Yeah, to start with, the only thing we really know what's going on, like with the state of like the DC shows from the trailers, we only got 2 trailers so far of the shows coming back, and that's from Gotham and Arrow. Gotham looks to be promising to me. Season 1 was okay. It was like they had to set that world up. They had to get people to believe that this is the world that Bruce Wayne lived in when he was a kid. And, and all these characters, all these villains setting themselves up and all that stuff. And then we're getting more villains in Season 2. But Arrow seems to be looking like it's going to be amazing. I mean, not a lot of people really liked the end of Season 3. I didn't really like the end of Season 3 because they killed... we have a visitor in here that I don't want to spoil things for. Actually. We got... Arrow looks really good. They said that it's going to be very, very, very comic book-esque.
You know what's weird, though? I seen in the trailer comments that someone was like, wow, this show looks like it's low budget.
It's not, though. That's the thing. I mean, Arrow's more practical effects, whereas Flash is very VFX.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I was actually really surprised I said that so clearly, so quickly, and accurately.
English? You're good at it?
Huh?
I said English. You're good at it.
Yeah, apparently. Um, but yeah, Arrow's not that low budget, but like especially season 2 is going to be very higher budget with Constantine coming in, and everything like that. I mean, he's only going to be in there for one episode because he's setting things up for Legends Heroes of Tomorrow. But it looks like it's really good. To catch everybody up, basically what's happening is Oliver and Felicity, they're chilling in Coast City, wink wink, shrug shrug at the Green Lantern.
Hmm.
Um and they have to come back. And the first episode is literally titled Green Arrow. And so that makes me super excited. And Starling City is called Star City now. And it looks like it's going to be very, very promising for this year. I'm excited to see what they're going to do because I don't know what's going on. Usually, like every year, we've kind of understood what exactly they're going to be building up to. Season 2.
Like main villains or whatever.
Yeah, season 2 added help to figure out what season 3 was going to be about, which was about Raish, or Raz, however you want to say it. And in this season, it's going to be about Damien Dark. Also, Anarchy is showing up, which is super cool. I think. Yeah, Anarchy is going to be an Arrow, right? I was thinking Gotham because he is a Batman villain. Flash, we haven't seen a trailer for yet, but we got a teaser that Zoom's showing up. Also, Golden Age Flash is supposed to be showing up as well.
You said something about Kid Flash, right?
Kid Flash, yes. He was casted, believe it or not. They're going after the new 52, Wally West, who is, African American and everything like that, because it would make sense. Like, I was wondering how they were going to deal with that. If he was going to be a white actor and was, adopted or whatever, because in this iteration on the CW, Iris West and her father are African American. And so I was like, okay, so either he's going to be adopted, he's going to be different, or they're going to cast him in the same vein as they've already casted these two. And they are definitely going that way. And the actor looks like he's going to be cool. I haven't seen what the things that he's been in, but from what I understand, he's hilarious, and I think he's going to blow this out of the park. And it's going to be really interesting to see the dynamic between the two of them. And hopefully he doesn't pull a Roy and
Oh my
leave.
god, so bad.
Yeah,
Like,
that made me so mad. He's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna leave now," like he did with Teen Wolf, and I was like, "Bro, you need to slow down. Don't do TV shows then if you're just gonna keep leaving them,
I
because you
think
basically just screwed up the future of Roy Harper."
I think it'd be cool if they like how in Batman animated series where Robin was not in every episode, but he was in like a decent amount of them. I think that'd be pretty neat
Oh, and he
for
became Nightwing.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
how
yeah.
like every once in a while he'll be in an episode or something of that sort. That way he's not necessarily like thrown in and like having all the action, but he's in it and he's relevant the entire season that he's in it,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
yeah.
seasons, whatever. So
For sure. Yeah, that'd be really cool if he actually shows back up. I don't really know what he's doing now, but yeah, with the Flash and everything, you got Zoom coming in, which he's kind of like the Reverse Flash but different. Some versions of the comics, they call him Zoom in the teaser, but in the comics, I think he was called Professor Zoom, and he taught Barry how to use his powers. And I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, because the entire season I thought that's what they were gonna do with the Reverse Flash. But adding other speeds, there's like the Golden Age Flash, which was if everybody knows comics, but if you don't, the Golden Age Flash was actually the Flash before Flash. Like it's canon. He's not just randomly in from an alternate universe. He was the Flash before Flash when during the Justice Society of America, JSA. For anybody who doesn't know, Smallville fans will probably know what the JSA is because I had Dr. Fate and Alan Scott Green Lantern, even though he didn't really show up. It just had his lantern there. So that's another show. There hasn't been any trailer, and we're a month away from its premiere. Literally a month away from its premiere, and we haven't really heard anything besides casting and who's going to be in it. I haven't really heard much villains.
I honestly
Going on.
I like that because it's like I would rather go
Yeah.
into it without knowing anything, and like you know me about movies, I would rather go into a movie or anything not knowing anything. That way, whoever shows up, I'm surprised, or
Yeah, I'm
maybe if
gonna.
I don't,
Oh, go ahead.
if I like don't know who they are, I'll be like, yo, who would this be?
I want to be like, okay, I'm not gonna watch the previews for next week because like CW's previews are very terrible. They literally tell you. I never had to watch the. I stopped watching Supernatural at the finale. Well, the mid-season finale last year because I couldn't find the time to sit down and watch it, and I didn't really need to watch it because I was watching Arrow and Flash, and I saw previews for the next week's episode of Supernatural, and I didn't need to watch it because they told you the entire episode. So
Yeah, I hate
it wasn't necessary.
movies that do that.
Yeah, I mean, we did lose a show a year last year. It didn't come back last year. That was the Tomorrow People, which really makes me angry because I was hoping the CW was going more of the route of dramatic superheroes like sci-fi film TV shows, which they were doing because they have the 100 Star-Crossed to look promising, but I guess it's not going to happen. Well, it didn't. It stopped. It got canceled, and then the Tomorrow People got canceled, and that looked like it was really good. But if Tomorrow People didn't get canceled, we wouldn't have Firestorm. So
That is true.
yeah. Oh, okay. So moving along off of those, I haven't really caught up on iZombie or anything like that, so I don't really know. We're
My
gonna go
mom
on.
actually really likes it.
Huh?
My mom actually really, really likes it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks good. I've seen a few episodes of it, and I know I'd like it. I just like I said, don't really have time to always sit down and catch up on all my TV shows.
Yeah.
We're gonna hop on to the movie side of DC, where basically I'm gonna start with the Flash because it's the recent news that we kind of heard. Ezra Miller was caught on site at Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them's filming because he's in it in London, and he told them that he's gonna have long hair for Batman v Superman. So I guess that's confirming that the Flash is somewhere in Batman v Superman. And also that his suit is going to be somewhat post-apocalyptic, which is I don't understand what that's going to be. Is it going to be torn up? Is it going to be dark and gloomy? Is it going to be metal? What I don't understand what it's going to be. If that's the case, then it looks like they just took Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, made their costumes look exactly like they were in the comics, and then trying to find very obscure versions of Cyborg, Green Lantern, Flash, and Aquaman because we only have the only one outside of not trilogy trio is Aquaman. That's the only person that we have like the
Casted?
well, not casting, but like the picture of him in suit.
Oh, yeah, okay. Extra.
And that is actually a comic book adaptation of him. He just looks his hair is a little bit darker and everything like that. And the Flash is cast, Cyborg's cast. The only person in the Justice League that we haven't been casted yet is Shazam and Green Lantern. But Batman v Superman is half a year away. Super excited about it. I'm hoping for the best for it, man. I really do. I want DC to actually be in this movie universe kind of thing. I mean, I like the TV shows because I could see them every year, unlike Marvel Universe, where literally 3 years from now, they've been around for 10. And that's ridiculous. Like, when the 3 phases end, it will be 10 years, and they're going to keep going. I don't know where they're going to go with it, but Inhumans gets a thing, and I know exactly why it's that far off now. Because they're setting up their universe in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., because that show wasn't boring enough. Or wasn't good enough to sustain on its own, so they're actually putting superheroes in them.
Yeah, and like I was gonna bring up, like DC movies and Marvel movies are totally, in my opinion, they're different. A whole lot different.
Oh yeah, they're completely different. Like Marvel is very comic book comedy, whereas
action
DC,
and,
actiony, and DC is very realistic. It's trying to take these characters and put them in a real environment, as if this place exists. And
they like it seemed that, to me, in my opinion, DC has a better storylines than Marvel, because it seems like Marvel is more. Yeah, well, yeah, I think Marvel is more into wanting like the action instead of story. So it's like they have an what if story, and it's just about the action.
Yeah, that's what worries me about Spider-Man, and I'm gonna get into my thoughts, and I feel like that's gonna probably be my longest spiel. Is about Spider-Man, but I guess I'll just continue on with the DC because we also got Suicide Squad after that, which has wrapped production finally again because they had to go back. Jared Leto's Joker blows me away. Like, I seen pictures of it and I'm like, oh my god, you look disgusting. But seeing him act the character out in the trailer, he blew my freaking mind. And Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, it's fantastic. Like,
Mm.
I don't care what anybody has to say about her costumes or anything like that. I don't care. That's the character in the comics. That's how they drew her. That's how she's supposed to be. So they're not like they're going with what the comic book character was in the comics, and that's what we want as superhero fans. That's what we want. I don't care for Daredevil's costume. Like, I watched Daredevil, I loved it, but I don't care for his costume. Like, the whole entire season of Daredevil, kind of spieling off a little bit just to talk about Daredevil real quick. I loved it. Like, it was a completely different thing. He had his own costume that was completely different. That was from the comics before he got his red costume, and I liked it. But then once he put that costume on, it was gone. The whole entire feel that I got was gone. I felt like I was watching a very campy superhero. And I was like, I hope this changes when I see Daredevil season 2, because obviously he only had it for like 10 minutes. Not even. So, what was I talking about? On
Suicide
DC
Squad.
side. Suicide Squad, thank you. Obviously Batman's going to be in it, and like people have said, Ben Affleck is going to be Batman twice in a 6-month time span. And that's ridiculous. Like, he's going to be in Batman v Superman, and he's going to be in Suicide Squad. And it's going to be cool. I'm excited to see that. And he's also, because according to a rumored CEO press coverage kind of deal for Batman v Superman, where they saw it by themselves before it got edited and all that stuff, they had a standing ovation and said that Ben Affleck is the definitive Batman, and that they're literally in talks to give him his own trilogy. And I'm excited because I want the first movie to be Under the Red Hood. That's my favorite graphic novel of all time written. Yes, I really don't care about The Dark Knight Returns. I'm sorry for all the comic book fans out there, but it was very overhyped for me, and it's not canon to me. Like, I'm thinking about the canon universe of things. And when they said that, oh, Batman v Superman is going to be... It's not going to be The Dark Knight Returns, but it's going to be based off The Dark Knight Returns, and I might as well slap Dark Knight Returns on top of it. He has the costume for Dark Knight Returns. He acts like the Dark Knight Returns Batman because he's kind of thrown into this universe where superheroes exist, and he's been fighting crime for 20 years, and he has to fight Superman now. I mean, they really do care about Superman. I'm excited. I'm hoping that they don't trash him like Dark Knight Returns did, because in Dark Knight Returns, Superman was, I'm sorry, but a little bitch. He worked for the government, and he went to go. The government basically told Superman to go kill Batman, to detain him and kill him because he was a threat to the society because he's lost his marbles. And so I just hope it doesn't end up like that. I want to see something cool. I don't want to see them fight the entire movie because obviously there has to be a bigger threat to pull them together, because that year after, in 2017, the Justice League forms. And that's another thing that I like about it, the difference between the Justice League and the Avengers. The Avengers are kind of like, they didn't really want to be around at first, but then they started buddying, and now they contact each other every 5 seconds. Whereas the Justice League, they don't like each other. It's not that they really don't like each other, because, I mean, Batman and Superman are best friends, but they have their own ways of doing things. Each individual superhero in the Justice League has their own way of handling their criminals, and they don't want another person coming in and doing the same thing. So they're like, we will form together to save the universe, save the Earth, save the universe, whatever it is, but after that, I'm going back to my city and don't touch it. And that's what I like about the Justice League, because it actually gives a reason why these superheroes don't show up in each other's places. Whereas in Marvel, they can't do that. Like, I'm sitting there watching Thor fight in New York. I'm like, okay, everything is getting destroyed. Where the fuck is Iron Man? Where the fuck is Captain America? This is the kind of thing that the Avengers get together for. It's destroying Earth. Literally, they brought Asgard to Earth, and they're fighting there, and that's not okay. They're not supposed to be able to do that. I'm sure they've done it in the comics, but that's fucked up. That Asgardians will be like, all right, we're going to fight on planet Earth now, where all these humans are, and they can't defend themselves. They don't really have that excuse that DC has of why these superheroes aren't, ganging up together to fight like fucking Scarecrow. Or,
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, like, I'm definitely a DC fanboy. You can hear it in my voice. I grew up with the Justice League, the whole entire Justice League, and I watched Spider-Man, X-Men, and Fantastic Four. That's the only one. And don't talk to me about the Fantastic Four movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I know. I know everything about that. I heard all about it. I'm not happy with how it was handled. Because it was handled exactly like Dragon Ball Evolution, which I found out something today about Dragon Ball Evolution that makes me even more angry about 20th Century Fox. Which worries me about Mega Man, because they're doing a Mega Man movie.
Oh God, are they
Um,
really?
yeah.
Oh God.
Anything, you got anything more to say about like the DC superhero movies and what you think is gonna go on?
I don't know what I don't know if this is DC or Marvel, but the movie I was going to talk about, Unbreakable.
Oh, it's a Image Comics, I believe.
That was it.
Yeah, I
But
believe it's not
it's
DC or Marvel.
okay, gotcha. But I can't remember what came. I think it came out in 2000. But it's an old movie, and it doesn't look like a superhero movie because M. Night Shyamalan actually does it. He directed it.
Hmm.
But it's this guy, and I watched a review about it saying how it's exactly how Superman would have acted if he didn't realize that he was actually Superman. So like he's I can't remember what happens. Like I guess he's in a train wreck, and he survives it. He's like the only survivor, and like he questions himself if he's ever been sick or if he's like been hurt and all these other things. And throughout this movie, I mean, it's not like super actiony or anything like that. It's more of a drama in a sense. But there's a scene where it was really awesome. But he was actually lifting weights to see how actually strong he was.
Right.
And that's another scene that I think that's a really good, awesome part of the movie. But it just shows him doing these super crazy things, and like at the end, he saves his fam, or not really family, but he saves people at the end, and like he's in a sense super. Like you
Right.
have to watch it to really understand like what I'm talking about with my horrible discrimination about it. Discrimination.
Discrimination.
Description about it. But
Yeah, I get it. I know it existed. I just never actually got around to being able to watch it and stuff like that. But I know it's pretty good.
yeah, it's a hidden movie. Like you wouldn't expect it to be a superhero movie because of how it was, but
Mhm.
I really enjoyed it.
So I guess we should hop on to the Marvel bandwagon. Um, Specifically, I'm going to be talking a lot about Civil War because I'm really worried about it. Really, 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 really worried about it. I've seen some what is it? Screenshots, like GIFs of the trailer that people got to see that I guess Marvel doesn't like showing the rest of the world, which is really stupid if you ask me. Don't show a couple of people a trailer to movie if you're not willing to show it to everyone, because it's not right. I don't like that at all. It bothers the
What
shit out of me.
what happened? Like what company was it where like everybody was they showed a trailer off, right? And people started showing it online, and like they were like, screw it, like we should
Oh,
just
it
show it.
was Marvel. It was the trailer for Age of Ultron.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they sat there and they went on Twitter and they're like, "Damn it, Hydra," and then they put it up online.
Yeah, like they complained about the quality of online. Like, it looked like Dookie. So like,
Yeah. Oh wait,
"Eh."
and then also they did that with Batman v Superman as well. The very first trailer for Batman v
I
Superman.
thought they did it for Deadpool as well. I can't remember though.
Well, Deadpool, someone, I think they did it on purpose, leaked the test footage to Deadpool online, and the audience got so wrapped up about it that it literally broke like records of it
Let's
being
just leave this
seen.
right here.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, I guess people might actually like this movie and actually want to see a rated R superhero movie." Even though everybody likes Blade, but Blade was you can't compare today to when Blade first came out.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly. Like,
Blade was a great series. It's just it was older. If it was done now, it'd be different, and it probably wouldn't look like that. Um,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm really worried about Civil War because it's a Captain America movie, okay? And it's Civil War. The Civil War arc stretched literally 99 issues across the entire Marvel universe. It hit almost every comic. And like I started it, but I never got to finish it. And one of the key essential characters to Civil War, who literally has, if not the biggest part of Civil War, is Spider-Man. And everybody's like, "Oh, he's gonna get a cameo." He has more than the cameo in the movie. If you listen to this, he has more than the cameo in the movie for sure. Um, but I'm worried about how they're going to treat Spider-Man now that Marvel has him. Like I liked what Sony did with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I liked what they did with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. It's just someone
Trailer.
decided to stick their metaphorical peen so far up its anal cavity that like it didn't become a movie anymore. It became a pile of junk because most superhero movies today, a lot of people don't know it, don't have a finished script until the literal day of finishing. Um,
Didn't the trailer for Amazing Spider-Man 2 ruin it as well? Like people were saying that like all the action scenes were in the trailer, like that was it.
Someone basically put like all the trailers together and it was almost the entire movie.
Like that's wow.
Yeah, it was insane. I hated it. Whatchamacallit. Um, and now
That's
that
a candy bar.
Marvel, like Sony still has Spider-Man. Don't get them wrong. They have Spider-Man. It's just Marvel can use them, and Marvel's helping them. Avi Arad is out. Thank fucking God, because he was one of the main reasons why Tobey Maguire's third movie was a piece of crap. Why it didn't get a fourth movie, and why the other two movies were terrible. Because they were trying to build a universe off of these key essential characters, and it wasn't going very well. Um,
Who's your favorite Spider-Man of the two, Tobey Maguire
and
or
Andrew Garfield for sure. He made me super happy.
I can't remember who the new one is going to be, but I'm
His name is Tom Holland, and he knows how to dance. He does parkour, gymnastics, everything like that, and he's pretty funny. So I think he's gonna do a damn good job of it.
I think my biggest problem about them rebooting Spider-Man for the third time or like however many times is A, are they going to show how he gets his powers again and like waste like
No,
half a movie of
they
doing it?
what is it? Kevin Feige when he got in was in a interview for Age of Ultron and everything. He said there's already a dude running around as Spider-Man right now, and
Oh yeah.
in they mention him in Ant-Man.
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
Hush hush.
yeah, and that's about it. It doesn't really spoil that movie too much, but he exists. He doesn't have his suit. We know that
Yeah,
much.
like that
He
one
has
image
a
you showed
very
me.
own homemade suit that is kind of like if anybody has played the games or anything, there's actually a very well done makeshift suit that deals with like a sweatshirt and like goggles and all that
Like
jazz. So he's gonna be
motorcycle
running around
goggles.
as that. And how I think it's going to work, because in the comics, Spider-Man, in the Civil War comic, Spider-Man and Mary Jane lived with Tony Stark, and so they had this father son like connection because as like Spider-Man doesn't have a father, Tony Stark doesn't have a son and everything, and they're both nerds with science, so they kind of just like get together and be cool and everything. So there was a rumor stating that like Tony Stark creates his web shooters. I'm like, no, for the love of God, do not do that because that's gonna not show that Spider-Man's smart. He has to be able to match him, and to be able to match him, he creates really good web shooters. And then maybe Tony Stark is like, I can do that better. Let me help you with that. That's how you do that. Don't have him literally create the web shooters because it also doesn't make sense. If he's running around Spider-Man, the web shooters exist. So, um, obviously I want to see the Iron Spider suit, but
Oh, the red and gold one?
yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that great. I don't think it's gonna be the best thing that I've ever seen in my life, which it's supposed to be because it's a very big thing. They
I
should have did
think
it throughout the entire arc of Phase 3, but they're not.
yeah, I think it
And
should be like a limited type suit like he has it for like a movie, like an end of a movie at like a battle scene or something of the sort.
yeah, basic. I mean, what the way they're talking, like he's gonna be in it, and then Spider-Man 1 is gonna be him being recruited into the Avengers. So, um,
I think it'd be neat if the actor that plays him actually grows into the character and like however
that's
long
what
they
they want.
actually. Yeah,
That's what
like
they want to do.
that's what I'm hoping because them rebooting Spider-Man every time it's becoming.
It's only been rebooted several times because I mean the first time it got rebooted because they wanted to do a fourth movie before they rebooted it, but they couldn't get the fourth movie done, so they decided to reboot it anyway. which is fine. It was dandy. I was okay with that because there was not much you could do with a 90s Spider-Man running around. Like, he was just too old. They were extending his life too far, and that was also a problem they did with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. He was in high school for the first movie, and then he graduated. And I was like, Jesus, leave him in high school. That's where he thrived, was in high school. It's where everybody learns more about Spider-Man and everybody can connect well with Spider-Man is when he's in high school, because you can't do much outside of that. The comics, I mean, he was almost, I think, 30 before issue 700 and all that,
Wow.
when Doc Ock took over Spider-Man's brain and everything, and then Spider-Man got it back, and he had his own company, and now he's kind of like a Tony Stark in the Marvel universe, and where Miles Morales took over where he was in New York, saving New York and everything like that.
Oh, which program is that one?
Miles Morales, he's the Ultimate Spider-Man now. So
Oh,
basically what happened is the universes collided and then ended and restarted. Some kind of like nuclear apocalypse. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really want to go too much into the Marvel Universe stuff, and we're pretty much, I'm pretty much going to be done like around here as soon as I finish what I'm going to say. To do Spider-Man properly, he needs to have a big role in this movie. If he doesn't have a big role in this movie, you might as well kiss your billion-dollar Spider-Man movie to go out the window. Because that's what's going to make everybody like him. He's going to already exist in another movie. It's the same thing that's going to happen with Batman v Superman. Batman is going to be in a Superman movie. He's already established. They're putting him in a movie and making him awesome, so when he comes out of it, everybody wants to see that Batman more. They need to do this with the Spider-Man because they're rebooting it again after, what, 5 years? And he's going to have his own movie in 2017? So they need to make him great, and they need to write him properly. And then he's going to have his own movie in 2017. He's only going to premiere in, Civil War, so we have a year until we see him again. But yeah, he needs to be done properly, and this movie needs to be done properly for it to even be good. And you're having all these tiny microscopic superheroes fighting each other, or something very stupid. And I just don't see how it's going to work. And I'm going to keep low expectations for it until I see the trailer. And that's when I'm going to come up with my mind. And also, I want to see freaking Spider-Man. Like, why haven't we seen him in suit already? I don't get it. I don't get why they're waiting. But yeah, that's basically my spiel on the Marvel Universe. I could go on forever about it, how I feel about how they're doing the Marvel Universe now, but that's pretty much my whole thing on it.
Yeah, Ant-Man's awesome. Watch it.
Oh yeah, Ant-Man's really good. You have anything that you want to say about Marvel Universe before we cut off?
I'd like to, like, I know Ant-Man is not really known, but I'd like for them to branch off even more and go off to, like, maybe some kind of, like, either have, like, a standalone movie of Spider-Man, what's it called? Spider-Man 2099 or whatever it's called, where it's,
Oh
like,
yeah.
Scarlet Spider-Man or whatever. Like, have, like, a standalone to that, or, like, have some kind of, um, the Spider-Man from 1940s, what's it called?
Oh, Noir.
Yeah, like that looks awesome. Like that as a movie would be pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
something they can go into is they can go into the multiverse. Like the Spider-Man extensively goes into the multiverse where he goes around with his other selves. They could put all three Spider-Mans in a movie together. It would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be. But I think besides that, I obviously you know a lot more than me. Even though I have a trunk full of comic books that I have not read, which I would like to. But yeah, like besides that, like I don't know. I never knew Guardians of the Galaxy. I never knew that they
Yeah.
were a thing. But now that I know about them, I love the characters and all that other sort. So I think it'd be
Yeah.
really interesting what they do from now on.
Yeah, they got a lot to work with now. Hopefully they could get some other characters back. But yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, we could go on forever. I mean, we'll probably have an episode 2 somewhere in the future when some more stuff comes out. But that's pretty much it for the state of comic books adaptations right now. It's a big world out there. But yeah, my name is Aaron, aka Letfum.
My name's Nathan, aka Grimm.
Let us know what you're super excited for on both ends of the superhero spectrum. And we will see you guys next week.
Thanks for watching, guys.